A new study shows a link between the amount of time teenagers spend on their phones and mobile devices and their risk of suicide. Hello, everybody. I'm Lee Goldberg.
And I'm Amanda Hill. Researchers found that about half of teens who use their devices at least 5 hours a day have thought about or attempted suicide. Chris Costa joins us. And Chris, these are some pretty alarming numbers.
Yeah, Lee and Amanda, they are. However, it's important to note up front, the authors of this study say that screen time itself was not proven to be the actual cause of depression or suicidal thoughts, but there is a clear relationship between them. We spoke with one man who just lost his daughter in May, and he believes technology played a role in her death.
She really started saying, "I would like to die."
Matt Graham will never forget when his daughter changed.
I couldn't reconcile those two Annies. The one Annie that was creative and happy, and the second Annie that said she wanted to die.
Annie took her life in late May. She was 13 years old.
I spent several months following, confused. How did it get to there? You get past the sadness, and you get past the hurt, and you get past the grief that I know I'm going to live with, forever. I still just live with a lot of confusion.
Her parents found out that she had been bullied after looking at her text messages and social media accounts.
It has evolved so rapidly.
A study from researchers at Florida State University and San Diego State University looked at the attitudes and behaviors of more than 500,000 teens across 3 generations, ranging from ages 13 to 18. It found that nearly half of teens who used their phones for at least 5 hours a day either thought about or attempted suicide.
For me, it made total sense.
Dr. Shelley Cohen-Conrad is the director of the School of Social Work at the University of New England. She's a licensed clinical social worker and has spent 30 years working with teens.
We're seeing more and more kids who feel socially isolated.
According to the Maine CDC, suicide is the second leading cause of death for Mainers between 15 and 34 years old.
There's a huge sea change in what's happening socially, what's happening in terms of attachment, what's happening in terms of how families function together.
Technology people use every day that could impact families' futures.
Hindsight is a terrible friend, but a great educator, and I would just say I really should have listened to my intuition more.
So what should parents do? Researchers suggest no more than 2 hours of screen time a day, as well as encouraging more activities with other kids and face-to-face interaction. Now, the Grahams are working on legislation to treat suicide a little bit more seriously, I guess, when they get reports of it at school. That was one issue they faced with their daughter, Annie, about how she was handled at school, when she was sent home, the people she was able to see, so on and so forth. And he talked a lot about the importance of knowing the medical provider and the background of that medical provider that you end up going to. Now, the Maine government actually has a specific section of its website that's dedicated to resources for helping teens. We have that link under this story on our website and mobile apps. And if you know somebody who needs help or you need help, call the Maine Crisis Hotline at 1-888-568-1112.